Hey guys, what is up? Hope everybody has been having a great day. Happy to be back with the second episode of my Final 8 analysis series, featuring my Final 8 performance at the Exchange Celebrating Service event in Fort Jackson. If you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, that would be greatly appreciated, as that helps us reach more and more people, which is definitely a good thing. So this was the second event of the 2019 World Long Drive Tour, and it's really cool because we had a lot of service members in attendance, so it was great to hang out with them and put on a show for them. And today, on this day, it was a bit of a headwind, so you're not going to see crazy numbers, but you're going to see a lot of balls in play. And I think this headwind is what really exposes long drive players. You know, you anyone can hit the ball far in a headwind, but it takes someone you have to really know how to hit the ball and flight it to hit it the way you need to for it to go far into a headwind. And that 357 is a pretty good ball, but the right center of this grid, the right center to right edge, is by far the hottest part of this grid, and that's kind of where I'm trying to put it. And you can see here, started up the right center, and it's drawn a little bit away from that hot spot. So basically, anything to the right of those little stenciled in sponsors on the right center of that grid is going to roll about 5 to 10 yards further than anything else anywhere else. So that's kind of where we're trying to hit to. And the biggest balls all tournament have been coming out of that right edge of that grid. And so you can see I'm starting where I want to. I'm just turning it a little too much. And so I'm filling up the grid, but I'm not quite hitting them right where I need to. And so I'm happy with 357, but I'm not thrilled with it. It's the best way I can say it. And I don't feel safe with that number. So I'm still trying to turn it up into the right center of the grid. At this point, it's really, really hard when you really get later in these sets, especially on TV, to kind of find that swing. You can see me kind of making that motion there and just kind of settling myself in. I think that's probably the biggest thing you can do, is just kind of force yourself to take a little more time and kind of get yourself into that rhythm. And so I finally got one up right on the line I wanted to, but unfortunately I hit it a bit high in the face. If I would have hit that in the center, look at that roll. So, I mean, that's rolling probably 10 yards further, 5 to 10 yards further than any other shot I got in that grid so far. And unfortunately, I don't have the footage of my opponent's hitting, but I think it would still be pretty cool to show these sets. And so I hit this a bit high in the toe, and so my set's over. I was pretty happy with it, and now I had to get ready for the longest 3 minutes of my life and wait for my opponent, Stephen Coyce, to see if he could catch that number. And so you kind of just got to wait and just sit and kind of just wait and see what happens, you know. But you can see my numbers there. And fortunately, I did end up winning this match. I think Steve got it to like 340. So now I'm on to the semifinals against a very talented English hitter, Jordan Brooks. He's a rookie, and he's made a huge impact on the sport, especially last year. And then at the Worlds last year, I think he finished third. So great hitter. And he went first. I forget the number. It'll pop up here on the screen pretty soon. But I was really just trying to flight it pretty good and not do anything too crazy. And I knew if I hit a solid shot, it probably would have a chance. And yeah, I hit it right down the center of the grid and released pretty nicely, and it was a nice little one and done. So I was pretty pumped about that. And that's probably the most emotion you're going to see out of me all year. I don't know why. I was just really excited. I think I was pretty pumped to win it in front of the American soldiers, and I don't know. That was a lot of fun. The energy, it's really hard to describe the energy at these events. It's almost like you enter into this little like bubble where it's just like an arena, and your heart beats faster, you swing faster than normal, and you just got to find a way to steady yourself. And once again, you can see kind of the swing here in slow-mo. And one of the things I want you guys to notice is, you know, I weighed probably 230 pounds at this tournament, and I probably weigh about 195, 198 right now. And at this event, I was probably around about 5 to 7 miles an hour club speed slower, ball speed rather, slower than I am now. And I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not about bulk and size and weight, in my opinion. It's about your muscle mass and your ability to recruit that muscle to make your skeletal system move quickly through space and time. So to break it down simply, have as much muscle as you possibly can with as little body fat as you possibly can. I found that to be a really good recipe for gaining and maintaining speed. And one of my best decisions ever was to cut weight, because that allowed me to improve my flexibility, and it also gave me more stamina, so I could really find the center of the face more often, which is something else that I noticed got much better as I lost weight. So that's just something I figured I'd bring up there. And now I'm in the finals here, and this was against Ryan Steenberg, another really fantastic hitter. And I don't know if the shot tracers was working too well in this particular broadcast, but you can see here I got one in the right center here. Didn't hit it very good at all. I find it pretty funny that the only 2 balls I've put successfully in that little right corner right there were basically mishits at like 200 ball speed. But you can see they still went pretty far. And so at this point, I think the 340 psychologically was definitely a very good thing for me to notice and to have up there. Because I guess I just think there's something that goes on inside a hitter's mind when you don't have a ball in play and the set's getting closer to the conclusion. I think you start hitting to just get one in play versus hitting one to really put up a big number. So I think that was something that definitely is always on my mind, and I think a lot of hitters' minds. And you start trying to just give them play, which is definitely good, but it also kind of kind of keeps you from really going for that big ball, which in these events is so important to have a huge ball out if you want to really win. But at this point, I'm just still trying to find that ball up the right center. And here I thought I really hit a good shot. There was a bit of glare out there, so it was hard to really tell where the ball was moving after I hit it. I loved my start line on that one, and I thought it was going to go pretty straight. But apparently it really peeled off to the right, and I was kind of surprised by that. I thought that might have been a ball that was going to catch the right center and really run out. And one of the things I've noticed here is I'm also sliding a bit too much through the ball instead of turning and posting up against my lead leg. That's been another source of my speed gain since this event. And so here, a really good ball here, 219 on the ball speed, which is pretty good, especially for me at this point a year and a half ago. And 368, which is definitely a good number. If I would have been able to put it up the right edge, right center of the grid, it probably would have rolled out to 380, 385. Just goes to show the difference in terms of where you can hit it in the grid. And that's why it's so important to walk the grid. It's something I've always done just to find the spots I want to hit it. So now I'm down to my last ball, and I'm definitely going to let this one go. And I think that went out to the right. So, yep, that's it for my set. And then, so I thought I had a pretty good set, and then Ryan comes in. And Ryan actually hit probably the ball of the tournament. I think it was on his 4th ball. I wish I had the footage. And it landed on the right edge of the grid and took a huge bounce, and it was like a 390 ball, something like that. So kudos to Ryan for taking that match. He definitely hit a great drive. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. There will be more coming up in the future. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.